Oh, where's my camera? Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Friday. It is, you know what? We're going to have to mess with this. Hold on a minute here. Let me see something. Let me try something here. So, anyway, good morning, y'all. It's Hammer. Although you can't see me, I can see you. So, that's where we're at right now. Anyway, what I'm going to do is share my screen in the meantime. Here we go. No, we won't. All right, so let's see. Well, there we go. We'll make that work. See, we're going to make this work one way or the other, y'all. Oops. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you're here. Finally getting some of the technical stuff out. How's the connection? Let me know in the comments how the connection is this morning. I know it might be a little bit weak. So we're gonna work accordingly. Good morning, Sean Segaloff. Great to have you here. Well, anyway, everybody, it is Friday, May 22nd. I, of course, am Hammer, founder of Hammer Solutions, home of great products like Originator, Success, Grab and Go, Social, and Rate Sensei. Remember, you can join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This morning, broadcasting to you from the point on the map right next to where Virginia, Tennessee, and Kentucky all meet in a wonderful bed and breakfast. I'm about to go and have my breakfast, but I wanted to chat with you guys and talk about what's going on this morning. We've got some nice things going on with bonds. We're finally moving our stance over to cautiously floating. So if you're here this morning, say good morning. Let me know the quality of the video. Let me know if you hear me okay. Good morning, Angela Walters, Holly Johnson. Great to have you all here as well. Mike Morano. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is my travel hat. Good in the motorcycle. It's going to be warm. So anyway, that's what we got going on. Good morning, Rob Stewart. So again, if y'all don't mind, let me know that you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. I'm going to jump right in because I do have my breakfast waiting for me. So let me show you all what is going on. Good morning, Brandy. I just want to make sure you guys are hearing me okay. And then once that is the case, I am going to go right over and show you guys where we're at and what's going on. So, all right, I'm going to do that anyway. So here you go. Let's go ahead and take a look. This morning, mortgage-backed securities currently up 17 basis points on the day. What makes that a grandiose thing is right here, though, with what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we got similar recap or a similar replay to what happened the day before. Bonds were down on the day. If you remember, they were actually here. Let's use the appropriate color. We'll zoom in a little bit, bring this up for you. Bonds were actually down in this section, minus 18 basis points. And then we saw this positive move here where bonds took a jump up and actually were up. It was a 36 basis point difference because they were then up 18 basis points on the day. Big change here. The reason we saw this was the report and rumors of a deal with Iran. And surprisingly, what isn't being addressed is the enriched uranium. And but what was the tolls at the Strait of Hormuz. So I think that that's going to be. I'm going to do this for now so you guys can see it this way. There you go. So you get me and the video. So again, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. You can hear me good. Thank you. All right. So what basically the big thing, actually, I'm just going to stop sharing for a minute. The big thing that we're seeing is right now you got a lot of reports. Now, what's funny, there's not a lot in our mainstream media talking about how close we are to a deal with Iran. If you Google Iran, draft agreement, you'll see a lot of outside global sources that talk more about it, and I don't see it on the big ones. There's a little thing from Bloomberg on it, but it doesn't really give it the same positive spin that I see on other news sources. So if you look here, it's the one with here it is. So U.S. touts slight progress as deal with Iran remains in limbo. They really aren't kind of spinning it, but traders think that we're a lot closer, and that's why you're seeing positive gains. You're seeing mortgage-backed securities up 15 basis points on the day. Taking a look at this week, that's really helped us rebound. You can see it really well if we look over here on the left side of the screen at the Japanese candlestick chart. Remember, it was Monday and Tuesday, two really, really big bad days. Since then, on the idea that we are seeing speculation that a deal is getting done, we've seen quite a bit of improvement, actually ending the week better than we started it for the first time in a while. That's putting me in a position where I would say, let's go ahead and cautiously float for now. I've still been in a locking stance because I didn't trust what was going on, but it looks like we're very close to something actually happening. Take a look here at 10-year Treasury yield dropping down to 4.54 after peaking. Remember, it was what did it peak up at here? It was 4.67. So we have seen a big drop in the 10-year Treasury. Now, the question becomes, how much can rates improve? So right now, if we take a look, we kind of capped out here. It looks like we had capped out at 6.75, kind of the worst levels here, kind of improving as we come across here. This morning, we will be even better than this. So you might be at like 6.6 or 6.62, kind of bringing us back down. The problem is, though, how far can rates really move down under the current environment of where things are at? And this is a big part of that. Is we're seeing there's a lot of sentiment that that it's still going to be a problem with inflation, and bonds are struggling to get back down. I don't think this is long term, but I think it's going to put a little bit of a cap on how far we see rates improve from here. Expectations remain that the Fed is going to have to hike rates. No rate cut on the horizon this year. These are all rate hikes, right? So these are all rate hikes right here, not rate cuts. So until we see a shift in that momentum, we're really not going to see bonds be able to improve that much. We're definitely not going to get back to, where we were in February before this whole thing, which would be, all the way over here, all the way up high. Make this a little smaller so it fits on the screen. Hold on a minute. Okay. So, we have a lot of ground to make up here, before we can see rate sheets get down into those low sixes, but it's more likely we get into those mid 6 range for now. And until we see things kind of settle, we need to see ships move through the Strait of Hormuz, of course, and all that situation. But for now, the good news is that we are in a position where we can cautiously float again. Let's see where this thing settles out. Bond market closes at 2 p.m. today. It should be a pretty calm day. Reprice risk on the day is low. Monday, of course, bond market's closed. I won't be on doing a live, but I will see you on the road on Tuesday. So, I don't feel the need necessarily to lock for protection now. I think we're okay. However, most things, I think I've been in a locking stance the last couple of days. Most loans that need to be locked should be locked. But any new business, we can cautiously float and see where this thing is coming in. We're finally starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. Could see something actually happening here. So hopefully that's all good, and hopefully it's great. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Please take a minute on Memorial Day to remember those that have served. Remember what Memorial Day is. We have a few different days, so it's not everybody that served. Memorial Day is the day of remembrance of those that gave their lives in service, in active service. So, again, we take our time to remember those people. and so and appreciate them. So please take a time on, I think it's 3 p.m. on Memorial Day, that they say to take a minute for a national moment of silence. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. It doesn't mean you can't have a great time with your family. It just means remember the point. It's more than just a discount on a grill at Home Depot. So, and I know you all know that, but anyway, all right, my friends, thanks again. I'm going to go eat my breakfast, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.